Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, grade 6. I hope you all are fine and doing your work. Unit 10, creating animation in Flash CS3. In last lecture, we have started this unit and we have done already creating symbols, understanding the timeline, creating animation frame by frame. And now today we will discuss motion tuning and shape tuning. Motion tuning. Tuning makes it very easy to create animations. In tuned animation, we need to specify only the first and the last keyframe. We will give the first keyframe position and the last keyframe position, and rest of the work will be done automatically. Flash automatically fills in the frames between the two. In motion tuning, specify the initial and the ending position of an object. Flash fill the frames in between to make the object moves between the two positions. Before we implement motion tune on an object, we need to convert the object into a symbol. Steps to create a tune animation. First of all, draw the picture of an aeroplane on the top right corner of the stage in frame 1. Convert the aeroplane into a symbol. You can draw it or you can insert it, you can import it from your computer or from the internet. Name the symbol as aeroplane. Now select the frame number 20 in timeline window and insert a keyframe by pressing F6 or select insert timeline keyframe. Select frame number 20, select the aeroplane and move it to the bottom left of the stage. You can notice that all frames from 2 to 19 are now gray in color. Frame 20 has a gray filled with a black dot, indicating that it is a keyframe. Now select any frame between 1 and 20 and right click and select Create Motion Tune from the shortcut menu. You can notice that the change in the timeline window, a light purple color with a solid arrow appears between the frames. Play the movie. You will see the airplane moves from the top right corner to the bottom left corner of the stage. Shape tuning. Shape tuning makes a drawing change into another drawing. Shape tuning does not work on symbols, so do not convert the drawing objects into a symbol when you want to use shape tuning. For motion tunings, we need to convert the drawing into a symbol, and here for shape tuning, we do not need to convert these to the symbols. Remember it. Steps to create a shape tune animations are: select the first frame and draw an object. Select the frame number 40 in the timeline window and insert a keyframe. Still on frame 40, select the drawing object and delete it. Here, while deleting, you have to be careful. You have to select frame number 40 for deleting the object. When you will delete the object and not selected frame number 40, your frame number 1 will be deleted. Okay, you have to first select frame number 40 and then you have to select the drawing and delete that. On frame number 40, draw a different object, say a circle, or use the arrow tool to reshape the lines and change the shape of the object. Now click any frame between 1 and 20. In the Property Inspector panel, select Shape from the Tune drop-down list. You can select either from here, either you can click on the frame in between the frames 1 and 40 and right click, and you can select from the shortcut menu as well. Notice that the change in the timeline window, a light green color with a solid arrow appears between the frame 1 and 20. For shape tuning, you will get green color arrow line, and for motion tuning, you will get purple color arrow line. The drawing that appears on the stage is a mix of the two shapes. Play the movie. you will see the rectangle changes into the circle. Practice time on page number 158 showed in a movie.
Create an animation that changes an oval shape to a star shape and then back to an oval shape. How should he proceed? First of all, we need to open the application Flash. Select the first frame in the timeline. Select the oval tool. Then select the stroke color as green and the fill color as yellow. Now draw an oval shape on the stage. Select frame 20 in the timeline and insert a blank keyframe by selecting Insert, then select Timeline, then click on Blank Keyframe or by pressing F7. Before we continue, can you answer this question? Choose the correct answer. We know that pressing F7 inserts a blank keyframe in the timeline. What does pressing F5 do? Now draw a star shape on the stage. You can also change the stroke color and fill color. Say change stroke color to deep blue and fill color to greenish blue. Click on any frame between 1 and 20 in the timeline, and then right-click and select Create Shape Tween option in the shortcut menu. Again select frame 40 in the timeline and insert a blank keyframe by pressing F7. Copy the oval shape from frame 1 to frame 40. Right-click on any frame between 20 and 40 and select Create Shape Tween option in the shortcut menu. Select frame 1 in the timeline and press Enter to play the movie. There you go, the task is complete.
Open page number 159. Here you will have an exercise, objective type question. You have to do this exercise by yourself on the book after watching this video. For dash tuning, the drawing object has to be converted into symbol. Correct option is motion. Using symbols, keep the file size dash small. Symbols are stored in a folder called library. A dash is graphic image, animation or button that is stored with the movie. Symbol. To insert a frame, insert dash frame. The correct option is timeline. Fill in the blanks. Students, you have to do these fill in the blanks in your notebook. An occurrence of a symbol in a flash movie is called an instance. The play option is available on clicking the dash menu. Control. The either way is enter key. Black dot in a frame represent a keyframe. Dash helps to organize the contents of a Flash CS3 document. Timeline. In the timeline, dash is indicated by a red rectangle with a vertical lines. Play head. True false. Students, you have to do these true false in your notebook. In motion tune, you only specify the initial position of the object. It's false because we need to give initial as well as the final position. Every fourth frame in the timeline has a gray field and is marked with a frame number. False because every fifth frame is marked. Frames are represented as a series of rectangles in the timeline. True. The frame rate shows the number of frames per second that your animation will play. True. As the movie plays, the playhead moves from right to left through the timeline. False. It will move left to right. Students, application based questions of page number 160 and 161. You have to do these questions on your notebook. If you want to make these figures, you are most welcome. You can make. If you don't want, it's up to you. But you have to do these questions in your notebook by yourself after watching the video. Be honest. Observe the following figure and answer the questions. You can see a timeline figure here. So identify the component of the flash CS3 window shown in the figure. Its name is timeline. A timeline is shown in the figure. Second part is identify the keyframe in the figure. As we know, a dotted frame is called a keyframe. So frame number 1 is the keyframe. What is the frame rate? As you know that frame rate counts in frame per seconds, and here we can see at the bottom 12 frame per second. The frame rate is 12 frame per second. If you can't see this figure in the video, this figure is very much clear in your book, so you can see in your book. Second part, Asim has created a simple animation in Flash. Look at the screenshot given below and answer the following questions. Identify the type of tuning he has applied to create the animation. As you know, green color indicates the shape tuning, so we will write shape tuning here. What is the elapsed time shown in the timeline? Here you can see the third time is elapsed time, so at the bottom of the line you can see three numbers: 21, 5 frame fps and 4 seconds. The third time is elapsed time, so you have to circle it and write here elapsed time 4 seconds. Mention the current frame. As you know, the playhead, red color playhead indicates the current frame, so it is indicating 21, slightly after the 20, so it will be 21. So current frame is 21 frame or 21 second. Third part, observe the given dialog box and answer the given questions. Write the keyboard shortcut to get this dialog box. You can call this dialog box by pressing F8 key. What type of symbol is being created? Here graphics is selected, so graphic type of symbol is being created. Name the menu that has the option to get this dialog box. You can also get this dialog box from modify menu. Now the last part, Maheen has to create an animation to change a rectangle to a bird. What type of tuning should she apply to create this animation? Shape tuning. Should she convert the rectangle shape to a symbol for this animation? No, because we don't want symbols. When she applies the tuning, the frames in the timeline will be converted with which color? Green color. Now students, our final term syllabus has been completed. Next time you will receive worksheets. Use those worksheets to assess yourself how much you have understood from these videos. Thank you.